our blog, MAB Public Address Blog. MAB stands for the first letters of each one of our last names. So it's Morris, Andrews, Beamer, and Baker. This is a preview of our blog. So none of us had ever been really experienced with a blog before. This was the first time for all of us. So we're trying to come together. We had a little difficulty in the beginning trying to make a blog. And we put it together. We all have bios about ourselves and a resource page for more information. And then the main page is where we would post our videos and our blogs. That goes back into the purpose of why we're creating this blog. And the purpose is really to be informative to students, because that's our audience, is college students, and we're creating video posts with corresponding wall posts so that students can really learn from public speaking and from our scenarios that we have. Even though all our assignments were assigned to us, they were very informal and we could approach it in any way we wanted to. And that's how we decided to come up with a method where we have what not to do and what to do, which multiple groups have done, because we really felt that was the best way to show kids what you really cannot do in public speaking. Like the informal events, like our normal scenarios college students run into every single day, like roommate conflicts or teacher grade disputes. And these aren't planned usually, and so that's why we also decided to do a very non-scripted way of filming our videos, so that students will realize that you really cannot do these things or else you're going to look ridiculous. If you just show up, you're late, or you approach a person in a place that you really shouldn't be approaching them, like in public, and you just go up and talk to them and address the situation. And so if you want to look like a professional, we have many tips in our video through our multiple scenarios of what not to do, and if you follow what to do, then you can show yourself as a professional or come off in a better way.
Alright, for our text posts that were under each video post, we took the approach of writing the post from the character we played in the video. And so I found that it was like a different approach to take, because it kind of, by talking about each character's position in the video, it gives like an entire view of the situation instead of just writing from the student's point of view. Like we'll show you in a second our teacher-student grade dispute, and by writing from the teacher's perspective, which is what I did, it gives you some insight into how the teacher feels, which will help you as a student when approaching the situation. So we'll show you our teacher-student grade dispute, which is basically just the student has a question about why they got a certain grade, or they just have a problem with something in the class, so they want to talk to their teacher about it.
Yeah, teach. We need to talk.
I will get class in a minute. I don't have time to, you should have emailed me.
I could have emailed you, but like, let's be honest. I mean, I show up to your class, I take this test, your so-called exam, and you give me a D. What is it? What is that?
You don't show up to class ever. You haven't been to class which were test reviews, and you fall asleep in class ever.
Start going to college. Start going to college. All I'm saying.
No.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay, first you don't email me to make an appointment, then you blame me for your doing bad on tests because you don't show up to class. You knock my books off the desk. I have class in a minute. You should email me and come in prepared.
This is a little more to what's just supposed to be. You're here for me.
No, I
don't work on my schedule.
I have other things to do. I have students who are reading in class for me, and you're wasting my time.
Oh, come on. Like, what class? Like a 100 level? Like, I mean, come on.
Does it matter? Yeah. Students who actually try in the other room, and
I try once or
you
twice
never
a
show up
month.
to class. No, like if you did my story, if you showed up to class and actually worked hard, but you never do your homework, you're never in class. When you're in class, you're not paying attention. And so I'm sorry, like it's not my fault that you got a bad grade.
Homework's overrated. Come on, it's all about the test. I think I should get a better grade on this test. This is
No.
I don't know. I mean, I guess I can see me only show up to class like, once a week at best. But I mean, Like, come on. Like, who really goes to class? If they do a class, who's paying attention?
Every other
It's
student
there for
goes
show.
to class. And if you excuse me, I have better students in the other room, and I have to get to class. So next time, just like be more prepared and don't yell at your teachers.
Whatever.
Yes. So thank you for being here today. Oh, no problem. I got your email and I really understand your concerns. So I'm happy to review the syllabus and any other content you want to go over on the test. Yeah, I've got them right here. Oh, perfect. Syllabus and the test. Oh, yeah. Well, I remember that you did miss a lot of questions that I didn't go over in class. And I understand that the paper and the test were 2 days apart from each other, but I did say at the beginning of the year that the syllabus was subject to change and that it just depends on the way we're going in class. So.
Yeah, the syllabus said that the test and the paper would be like a week and a half apart, and I was following the syllabus, and I had the paper all written, and then the test came out a lot faster than I expected. So.
Well, I did give you a study guide, so I expected everyone to look it over. I understand that a lot of people missed a lot of questions. See, I understand you missed this question right here, which I did not go over in class, but it was in your reading. So, but I'm definitely considering giving extra credit or anything else because a lot of people did very poorly on the test because they said it was just in the same week and it was too much to study for. But I will be happy to, I understand your concern and be happy to give extra credit, and I'll be emailing everyone in the class about it in the next week or so.
All right, thank you very much.
No problem, yeah, anytime.
Okay, so that's just one example of how we set up our videos. The first one is just really bad, and then the second one is a lot better. And we went over the points that we were trying to make in the video in our individual posts. You know, Colin wrote about how not to behave in that situation. Like, you should not come and yelling at a teacher, especially when you never come to class. And personally for me, I wrote from the teacher's perspective, which made me think about how the teacher feels. We, as students, we often think like, oh, it's just a stressful situation for us, but it's also stressful for a teacher. And so it's important to make an appointment and like just ask questions for why you got the grades you did. And usually, if you're a good student and you handle the situation well, you can reach the outcome that you want.
Alright, so over the course of this vlog, we ran into several challenges. First and foremost, none of us had ever set up a blog before, so it was a whole huge learning process figuring out how to set it up, how to get it to work. We spent like the first class period or so just going, what does this button do? Click, okay, that's what that does. And filming and editing was also a major issue because we hadn't really worked with video cameras much before, and none of us are cinema majors. So we did the best we could, and I think we got better as we went on. We all had different schedules, so getting together, like getting all four of us together at one point in time to work on like filming and editing and all that usually meant that we could only meet for an hour or so one day out of the week. So we had to get everything done right then. Then there was our 60-second networking speech that Group 2 did their video on. None of us had ever been in that situation before, so we had no idea what we were going to do, so that was a bit of an issue. But we learned a lot along the way. We learned the importance of social networking and the role that it plays in representing yourself and the image you want to promote online about yourself. We figured out how blogs work. It took a few weeks, but we finally figured out how to put new posts on different pages instead of just putting them all on one post. We learned how to deal with new and unfamiliar situations with confidence and how to speak to groups of people in a professional manner. And we learned the crucial role that technology plays in communication and networking, and how technology and the internet bring people from different backgrounds together for similar interests.